Yo, what's up, everyone? Imagine this. You're 13. Life's supposed to be all about crushes, homework, and hanging with your squad. But instead, you're drowning in a black hole of depression, getting assaulted at a party, chasing highs with weed and booze just to feel something, anything. Then boom, you're shipped off to a wilderness camp in freezing Utah, hiking miles a day, no phone, no escape. Sounds like a nightmare, right? Well, that was my reality.
These stories are based on real-life incidents. Names, locations, and certain details have been changed to protect privacy. The purpose of this content is for awareness and informational storytelling only. We do not intend to target or defame any individual, group, or organization.
I'm Emily. Call me Em, a 16-year-old high school junior from the US, and this is my unfiltered story. I hit rock bottom, tried to end it all, but I clawed my way back. If you're scrolling late at night, feeling lost, alone, or like giving up, stick around. This 15 minutes could change everything. Hit like, subscribe, and let's get real. Because mental health, it matters. And so do you. Let me take you back to where it all began. 8th grade. I was just a regular kid, living in a typical American suburb, dealing with the usual stuff. School was okay. I was pulling decent grades, had a group of friends I'd known since elementary. We'd gossip about boys, share memes, and sneak out to the mall on weekends. But something inside me started cracking. It was subtle at first. Friendships? They started falling apart. One day, you're tight with your bestie. The next, there's this dumb rumor flying around that you're too clingy or whatever. Middle school drama, right? But it hit me hard. I'd hear whispers in the halls, see people avoiding me at lunch. My self-confidence? Gone. Like poof. I remember staring in the mirror, picking apart every flaw. My hair wasn't straight enough, my smile too fake, my body not perfect like the girls on Instagram. That's when the depression snuck in. It wasn't like a switch flipped. It was more like a fog rolling over everything. Academics tanked. I'd zone out in class, forget homework, get C's on tests I used to ace. Physically, I felt wrecked. Eating? Nah. Food tasted like cardboard. Some days I'd binge on junk. Others I'd skip meals entirely, telling myself I didn't deserve it. Sleeping was a joke. Insomnia kept me up till 3 a.m. scrolling TikTok, or I'd crash for 12 hours and wake up more exhausted. Mentally, it was the worst. Activities I loved, painting, soccer, even binge-watching Netflix, they lost their spark. I'd force a smile for my parents, but inside I was screaming. Relational stuff? Forget it. I pushed people away, then hated myself for being alone. Looking back, I see it now. This was adolescent depression creeping in, affecting over 1.9 million kids in the US, just like me. But back then, I didn't have the words. I just knew I wasn't okay. Summer before 9th grade should have been epic. Pool parties, sleepovers, no school stress. But for me, it turned into a living hell. I was at this house party with my so-called friends. Music blasting, kids laughing, red Solo cups everywhere. I felt out of place, but I went anyway, chasing that cool vibe. Then it happened. I was sexually assaulted. Right there, in the chaos. I don't remember every detail. My brain's blocked a lot out, like it does with trauma. But the feeling, crystal clear. Mortified. Violated. Like someone ripped my dignity away and claimed it as their own. I froze. Couldn't scream, couldn't run. Afterward, I stumbled home, tears streaming, pretending nothing happened. Told no one. How could I? Shame swallowed me whole. That assault, it compounded everything. My depression went from bad to unbearable. I started questioning my worth. Why me? Was it my fault? The memories haunted me, blending with the rest of my foggy life. I know I'm not alone. Stats shows sexual assault affects way too many teens. But in that moment, I felt like the only one in the world carrying this weight. Freshman year hit like a truck. New school, new pressures. I thought high school would be a fresh start, but nope. I got exposed to all the wrong stuff. Marijuana, alcohol, nicotine, even harder drugs floating around. And boys, oh man, I chased that intimacy high, thinking it filled the void. The spontaneity of being a reckless teen, parties, hookups, skipping class. It was all a desperate grab for attention, for popularity. First semester, I fell deep into that rabbit hole, seeking validation in the worst ways. I became a victim again, exposed to child pornography, another sexual assault, even consuming unknown drugs at parties, all to gain some twisted stature in the social scene. Offensive, derogatory stuff that makes me cringe now. But back then, it was my escape. Despite all that, the questions from people piled on. Are you okay? Something wrong? You've been different lately. I'd brush it off, but inside, I was screaming for help. No real support came. I felt so alone, conditions worsening daily. Academic struggles, check. Physical health tanking, double check. Mental, shattered. I wasn't okay, but I didn't know how to admit it. Then, halfway through freshman year, COVID-19 exploded. The world shut down. No more school hallways, no friends, no outside world. Online classes from my bedroom, leaving the house maybe 20 minutes a week for groceries. I lost touch with everyone. Texts faded, calls stopped. Isolation amplified everything. I glued myself to my phone, scrolling endlessly. Nicotine and marijuana use skyrocketed. It was my crutch. Met sketchy people online, did things I regret big time. COVID became this outlet for my attachment issues and depression. A study on 69 million people's health records showed COVID infection ramps up risks for psychiatric stuff like depression, dementia, insomnia. I didn't catch it, but the pandemic's toll, massive. Everyone was struggling, but I felt the loneliest ever, like the world moved on without me. Substances escalated quick. Alcohol entered the picture, drinking with friends, getting blackout drunk every weekend. I'd chug till I couldn't walk, talk, or think straight. Desperate to lose reality, you know? I knew I was ruining myself, but stopping? Impossible. My world narrowed. Phone, boys, drugs. Nothing else mattered. Then came self-harm. Call it self-mutilation, self-abuse, whatever. Stats say about 15% of teens do it. Started once or twice a week, shallow cuts for that twisted sense of control. But it worsened. Arms covered in scars, hiding under long sleeves. Couldn't tell anyone. The shame was too much. Depression owned me now. July 2020, I cracked in therapy. Spilled it all. Leaked photos, sending nudes, drinking, suicidal thoughts from my behaviors and low self-esteem. I'd planned it. How to end the pain. A therapist sent me for evaluation. Admitted to inpatient psych hospital July 28 to August 5. After partial hospitalization program, PHP. Loved group therapy, small group of 4, made friends easy, felt safe, open. But day 3, assaulted again in the break room by a peer. Reported it He got kicked out. 3 others came forward too. Traumatic, but I pushed through. Made friends, enjoyed music, painting, skateboarding, less self-harm, new hobbies like art. Depression didn't vanish, though. It's not that simple. One night, desperate, I stole Dad's alcohol, got blackout drunk, self-harmed worse than ever. Next day, drunk at school and facility. Confessed, family worried sick. Peers cared too. Meant a lot. September 16, I couldn't take it. Swallowed pills, lay down. 20 minutes in, panic hit. I couldn't leave my family. Woke parents, Dad rushed me to ER at 1 a.m. 6-hour panic attack from overdose. Lost 12 pounds, sick as hell. Third day, 5 a.m., cops escorted me to psych inpatient. Spent nearly 7 days. Day 6, told I'm leaving. Packed, excited for home. But, surprise, met transporters. A burly guy and kind woman. No parents, no destination info. Panicked, sobbed, texted family to verify. Terrifying. Thought I'd never see them again. Cried to sleep on the flight.
Destination? Second Nature Wilderness Program near Salt Lake. Old, gross building. Physical, blood work, UA. Given boots, driven to the field. 4-month stay. Freezing temps. I freaked from hot, humid home. First weeks, painful. But after 3, adjusted. Made unforgettable friends. 13 kind souls. Hiked 4 miles daily. Games, cooking, therapy. Snow sucked, but together we endured. Nomads in deserts, fireside singing, dancing like family. 1 unit. Stayed 102 days, 3.5 months. Changed me. December 15. Discharged. Hugged friends goodbye, back to building. Showered after 13.5 weeks. Washing dirt felt like losing part of me, my soulmates. Changed clothes, new perspective from no tech. Saw family and hotel lot, biggest serotonin rush. Hugs, tears, magical reunion. Flew to new spot, hotel stay, then residential center in gloomy valley. Terrified at first, but became home. 10 months in, now 11, on final phase, graduating soon.
This story to show people change. I struggled, attempted suicide, but now I thrive, regulate, conquer. Seen 60 kids like me at the center, good people rewriting their stories. I write mine daily. If you're struggling, kid, parent, anyone, keep pushing. Life's tough, soul-crushing if you let it, but giving up, not worth it. That shadow chaining you, fight it. Get help. Taking your life isn't the answer. Too much to live for. We need you. Resources? Suicidal? 1-800-SUICIDE or 1-800-273-TALK. Home unsafe? 1-888-290-7333. LGBTQIA+, 866-4U-TREVOR. Child abuse? 1-800-422-4453. Domestic violence? 1-800-799-SAFE. Eating disorders? 1-847-831-3438. Trafficking? 1-888-373-7888. Sexual assault? 1-800-656-HOPE. Runaway? 1-800-RUNAWAY. Stalking? 1-666-689-HELP. Youth crisis? 1-800-484-6633.
Warmline? Warmline.org. Much love, M. If this hit home, comment below, share your story, subscribe for more real talks. You're not alone.